ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to First Reflections, where I react to stuff and try to be entertaining at the same time.
I would like to apologize to the masses for more terrible timing.
But I do have my reasons. I pretty much spent the entire weekend just kind of hanging out with the family. You know, we spent the 4th of July together. We ate some ice cream. We played some Jackbox. We had a really good time. I had a lot of fun with my family, and honestly, I wouldn't trade that for the world. But now that I'm back online, it's time to get back to business, and it's time to transition from my own family shenanigans to the Clawthorne family, including the introduction of a brand new member, Gwendolyn Clawthorne. To be honest, I know very little about Gwen. I don't even know what member of the family she is. I'm assuming that she's Ida and Lilith's mother, but who knows? She could be like an aunt or a distant relative or something. We don't really know for sure. All we really know is what she looks like and also the person who's going to voice her. I think her name is Deb Dowitzer or something. She did a lot of commercials and whatnot, so should be interesting. And it's always great to hear a new voice in the Owl House. But either way, we are going to find out what she's all about in the brand new episode, episode 4, Keeping Up A-fear-ances. Ida gets an unwelcome visit from a family member who puts a strain on everyone in the Owl House. Now, just judging from first impressions alone, I think Gwendolyn looks awesome. If you just look at an image from her, there's just so much cool stuff going on here. The robes and the hairstyle and that very determined look on her face, the freaking Falcon Palisman. Just from first impressions, she looks fantastic. But I'm not really exactly sure what her personality is going to be. There's kind of been hints in certain episodes, but the hints that I saw, I hope that's not what she ends up being. For example, in Echoes from the Past, we see that Ida kind of has the same hairstyle as Gwen, and I kind of got Odelia Blight vibes from that because it kind of feels like, oh hey, Odelia is controlling every single essence of her kid's life, right down to how their hair looks, because, like I said, she dyed Amity's hair in order to be green just like her siblings, so it's did Gwen kind of tell Ida to cut her hair in the same style as her? Is she controlling her life down to that point? And even the title, Keeping Up A-fear-ances, it's I guess we gotta be perfect, we gotta play by her rules, or we're in fear that she's gonna do something to us, it's out of fear that she's gonna hurt us or, get us in trouble or something like that. I'm just gonna say this right now, and I'm begging on my knees, or I'm not really on my knees, I'm at my desk, so I'm begging in my chair. Please don't let this be another Odelia Blight situation. I mean, Odelia as a character is really interesting, and obviously she's as evil and cunning and slimy and Lady Tremaine-esque as we thought she was going to be in Escaping Expulsion, but please don't do that again. We have one, don't do that parent type twice. My real hope for Gwen is that instead of being a super domineering parent that's in control of every aspect of their kids' lives and has to be up to perfect standards that they set, they love their kids and love them to death, but they do kind of, have something about them that's a little bit off, that is kind of ruining their kids' lives in a way, unintentionally. They still love them, but they are kind of have something about them that's a little extreme. Camilla, for example, she loves Luce. It's obvious that she loves Luce, she loves her so much, but their problem is that she's trying to stomp out all creativity that Luce has, sending her to that camp, think inside the box. You gotta make sure that you follow everything, stay in between the lines all the time, no creativity, everybody's gotta be the same. But it's you're kind of ruining Luce's life that way. You gotta offer a little creativity. I understand needing to follow certain societal norms and behavior and learn manners and all that kind of stuff, but you gotta offer a little window for creativity. And even though Camilla doesn't mean to ruin Luce's life, she is basically unintentionally kind of ruining it for her by doing these kinds of things, and it's she's not offering her a window to express herself and that kind of thing. I'm hoping Gwen is kind of like that, where she loves her kids, but there's something off about her. Best way to describe it, her heart's in the right place, but her head is not in the right place, and there's something about her that's a little extreme, that's kind of ruining her kids' lives. Having something like that would make her a really interesting character, where it's she's not entirely completely controlling and evil. She just has something about her that she needs to improve. She's not the best parent, and there's something about her that she kind of needs to work on to be a better parent. That's the kind of vibe I hope we get from Gwen, but I guess we're gonna have to see. There were also a couple other scenes that I think are from this episode. For example, there was a scene in the trailer of young Ida, young Ida with the red hair, waiting behind a wall while two shadowy figures kind of argue. I'm assuming that is Gwen arguing, maybe on her behalf. I don't know if she's chewing out Lilith or she's talking to somebody else. Did she just find out about the curse? Did she find out that the curse can't be cured? What exactly is going on? If Gwen is her mom, I feel like that's her arguing with somebody like that. That's her arguing and she's outraged. It's you can't cure this, or you did this, or something like that. She's either chewing out Lilith or she's outraged that she finds out that the curse can't be cured. Something like that. And there's another scene of what looks like a feral owl beast kind of trudging through a black and white owl house. I want to guess that this is some kind of dream or nightmare that someone's having. I want to say this is something that Lilith is having, because once she finds out, like, exactly what happens when you go feral and when you turn into a beast, like, she's afraid that that's what's going to happen to her. It's a nightmare that she's having out of fear, because we do see a clip later on of Lilith turning into her own kind of beast. So maybe this is like some kind of vision or some kind of nightmare that she's having where it's like she's afraid to turn into a beast. She's afraid to go feral because she doesn't know what's going to happen. She's going to lose her mind and she's not going to be in control of her actions. It freaks her out, and like maybe that's a nightmare that she's having. That'll be really interesting. Okay, so we're going to get started right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get started with Keeping Up A-fear-ances in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so I was kind of right. I guess that thing is from a dream, except I guess it's an Ida's dream.
Cut it out if you have to.
Eee. Yeah, no cutting, please. You might accidentally remove something important, and we don't want something removed from Ida. We love Ida. Wait, she just found it, like, in the ground? Wait, how did that get there?
What?
What? Yeah, what? Exactly. My thoughts exactly, Ida. Ay! Whoa. Jeez. Ida, serial clock murderer.
Mama like.
Yeah, Finny like too. You looking good, girl. Even the tea leaves are shrugging. I don't know. Buy more tea. What do you want me to do?
Door was up.
Oh no, Lilith! Oh, give her some potion. Okay, good.
Curse axe. It's actually fun once in a while.
Yeah, like when you literally kick off your feet to relax. So that's a side effect. Okay, that's interesting.
And you got me if you need anything.
Ah, good sisters. Good sisters. I love that. I love when they're being good sisters.
Who made it or where it came from? I just kept
They did mention that another human was here before Luz, so maybe that's the guy who invented it. Who knows? Maybe him and a witch, like, came up with something. Oh, here she comes! Gwendolyn, use Sandstorm. It's super effective. Oh, she's cute. Oh, she just wants to hug. Give her a hug. Oh, I see a beastkeeping tattoo. You're part of the beastkeeping coven? Awesome.
nasty concoctions.
She kind of seems like a mom that, like, isn't into traditional medicine.
Where do we start?
Be careful, Luz. Remember what happened last time you made a deal with someone's mom? Ooh. That's a nice looking fort. Dang, that's the nicest looking hospital I've ever seen. I think that's another Harry Potter reference. Like, the cure for boils is like one of the first potions you ever learn.
You're a dedicated mother, aren't you?
Do you have a throat lozenge? I have a case of Kylo Ren voice again.
Master Wartlop.
Wait, his name is Wartlop? Like, literally lopping off warts. Wow, that's a little on the nose.
Better get my hugging arms ready.
Me every single day. Get your hugging arms ready.
Right.
Ooh, are we gonna get some King and Lilith bonding? Ooh, that'll be interesting.
I didn't even get that many scars.
Dango, you ripped.
Season came early.
Maybe they're calming, but don't like inject. Not very calming.
Those nasty little things again.
Again, a mom who's anti-traditional medicine. Yeah, I think I get the metaphor. I get the metaphor they're going for.
Get a parent's attention.
Just drown your sorrows in a pint of Ben and Jerry's, boys.
What if that's just graffiti?
Spoiler alert, that's part of my theory, by the way. I'm gonna release that soon.
Where?
Oh no, the mom took all the elixirs away! Oh no! No! Oh no, Lilith's gonna go full on beast! No, nope, Luz ain't having none of that. You give me that book right now, witch!
Who simply want money.
Yeah, but they're doctors who know what they're doing. They have experience. They have science behind their facts. It's like, or magic in this case.
Right to be.
Oh, don't get stressed. No! Dang it. She's gonna be it again. Oh my gosh, that's even more terrifying than Ida's form. Jeez.
All right, Albert, let's fly.
I love Luz taking initiative like this. She's done it like the whole season so far. I love it. Oh, do not mess with a mad mama or you are asking for death. Oh, that's Ida's potion vendor guy. That's the guy who sold her the elixir. No, I'm sorry, Luz. Not everybody's gonna buy your commissions. It's hard to sell commissions without the internet.
Mama's here.
Oh, dang. That's staff flip, though. Nice. Yeah! Power of love compels you, Owl Beast. Aw, beast tears. Aw, somehow still adorable.
That is good elixir.
Yeah, I don't recall the elixir being as flashy as that before. Dang, that's good.
Do anything.
Aw, don't cry, Lilith.
Now,
It's okay, Mama's here. Mama's here for you now.
trying to do her best. Mom, I'm ready.
But wait, ready for what? Wait, you're leaving?
We're
I can't hold them.
Aw,
Luz, if it
but our
weren't for you, I
friendship,
might
our
still be
character
wrapped up in more
development,
absolute
our
So here's what I should have told you from the
heart.
start. You guys have a lot of God.
Titan's blood. Is that what they used to make the case in the first place? Okay, that's interesting. Titan's blood, huh? All right.
Thank
What?
you, Luz. You always
What?
know what to do.
What? Wait! Don't just cut to the. What? What was that? Okay, so that was Keeping Up A-fear-ances. Ugh. I was all pumped to talk about how cool this episode was, and they threw that at the end. All right, so can we save that for last? Let's talk about everything else in this episode first, because I don't even know what that was, but let's talk about all the good stuff first, because there's a lot of it. Okay, so first things first, Gwendolyn is a character really, really good. I did basically get what I wanted. I got a character where a mother where her heart's in the right place, but her head is not in the right place. She wants to cure Ida. She loves Ida. She loves both of her daughters. All the things that she did were kind of like unintentional and just because of her own beliefs. Like, she didn't ignore Lilith because she loved Ida more. She was so self-sufficient. She was so organized. She was able to handle all kinds of things. The mother didn't like think she needed as much attention as Ida, who was kind of like the wild card of the family and kind of childish and immature and kind of did her own thing. So that makes total sense. And I'm getting really, really, really strong vibes, like even from the beginning. I feel like she's supposed to be kind of like a reference to like an anti-vaxxer mom, or like a mom that thinks you can cure a disability, because that's basically what Ida's curse is. It's basically like a chronic illness or a disability, something that you can't really fix now. Even the closest they got was just sharing it with Lilith. When Lilith did the let the bond be shared spell, it didn't go away. They just split it between the two of them. So that's basically what the curse is. The curse is like a chronic illness or a disability. I feel like Gwen is one of those parents where it's like, oh, you know, this is all we can do. She talks to doctors and it's like, you can cure this. We can keep it at bay. We can give you ways to kind of work around it. We can help them, like, you know, handle it. You know, we can give them kind of like teachings or medicines or something like that to kind of like help them along. We can keep it at bay, but we can't fix it. But the mother's like, no, you have to fix this because my daughter is suffering and all that kind of stuff. So it could be one of the two things. It could kind of be like, you know, anti-vaxxer type thing where it's like, you know, she doesn't stick with traditional medicine. She sticks with like outlandish ideas. Or it could be kind of like a reference to a disability where it's like it's something that can't be cured, but she does everything possible to make sure it's cured. She doesn't listen to doctors and all that kind of stuff, but it's obvious she does it because she just loves Ida and she doesn't want her daughter to suffer. So that was exactly what I was hoping for. She's loving, but she's wrong. That's the kind of character I was hoping for. And in the end, she does accept the fact that she was wrong. The fact that she took all the the fact that she took all the potions out of the owl house and like that's what set Lilith off. That makes total sense, perfectly in character for the way that she was thinking and all that kind of stuff. But at the end, she basically learned her lesson because she had to see firsthand exactly what was happening to both of her daughters. Both of her daughters were getting cursed and like having this kind of whole thing. She had to like take a moment to think, it's like, wow, I caused all of this. That does seem to be the only thing that is working. That's the only thing that's helping keep my daughter safe. And it's like, I messed it all up. Now they're both beasts. Like, what am I gonna do now? So she had to experience firsthand exactly the mistake that she made. Most people don't really know the mistakes that they make until like something bad happens or something hurtful happens. Like something terrible has to happen before they learn a lesson, and that's exactly what happened here. But she came in, Luz like dumped the elixirs down their throat, and they went back. Big flashy like golden bird transformations. Like I don't remember the elixir being that flashy. It's like did they take like an illusion lesson? Did Gus like teach the elixir to be more showmanship like or anything like that? I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. It didn't go with continuity, but it was kind of funny. We got a little bit of like Lilith and King bonding, which is another combo that like we never really got. And they were kind of bonding over the fact like, that their parents don't really give them any attention and never really listen to them or anything like that. And when I listened to King's dialogue, he said, what if those paintings on the walls are not real? What if it's just graffiti? Spoiler alert, that's part of my King Bellows theory that I'm going to be making, like, and saying that the Titan is King's dad. I like to think that those wall carvings are actually fake, and it's like, he just put those there to kind of be motivational, where it's like, this is what your dad was like. Your dad was so amazing. Your dad was incredible. And it's like he's fighting off this like evil tendril darkness kind of thing. And I'll tell you exactly what that's a metaphor probably for later on. It's like the dad, the Titan, basically set those things up as a way to sort of like fill King's head with like dreams and hopes and make sure he has like a good childhood. Unbeknownst to him, the Titan actually ruined everything at the end of the day. It was like kind of controlling everything. I'll talk more about that when I do my King Bellows theory, but it's kind of funny that King mentioned that because that was what I was thinking as soon as I saw Echoes from the Past. The shenanigans were pretty fun. There was like a lot of slapstick shenanigans of Gwen and Luz trying to like cure Ida through like very unconventional medical methods and all that kind of stuff. And that was pretty funny. You know, a little bit of shenanigans, a little bit of fun to kind of like tie things over. That was really great. I like the beast fight between Lilith and Ida. You know, they both went into their beast forms and they kind of like tore the city up a little bit. It wasn't like a super complex fight on the levels of like Convention or Agony of a Witch, but it was kind of cool to see the two of them kind of tussle a little bit. It's not good because, you know, they're in their beast forms and they're feral and everything, but it was kind of cool to see. I like little action scenes like that. So yeah, Lilith is leaving and she's going off to kind of like, you know, for old time's sake, to kind of like reconnect with her mom. I didn't expect that to happen. She's only been in the Owl House for like 3 episodes. I was kind of hoping she would maybe stay a little longer, bond a little more, and poor Hooty was crying his eyes out. It's like, that's his only friend. That's the only one that really bonded with him, and now he's friendless again. It's like, aww. I love Hooty. He's such a wholesome bean house snake neck thing, and I just love him so much. I'm working on a video called Why Hooty is Best Character, where I'm going to talk about why Hooty is my favorite character. It's not just for the jokes, it's not just for the silly voices. There are specific reasons why I think Hooty is the best character in the Owl House, and like, just seeing him sad just breaks my heart. He's just kind of crying. Even when they were like doing that little speech at the end where it's like, okay, we're going to go back in, we're going to try and relax, and you can hear Hooty crying in the background. It breaks my heart. I love Hooty so much. The knocking on Hooty's door is like, I think the last episode before they take a break. That's the one I'm the most excited about. I love my buddy. I love Hooty. I heard Gwen talk about Titan's blood, which apparently is some kind of substance that can kind of cause rifts in between the whole thing. I guess kind of like, if you remember in Gravity Falls, there was like that little dimensional rift that opened up that Ford kind of had to keep contained so that it like doesn't open up. I guess there are kind of like ways that you can make rifts in between our world and their world in the same way the Gravity Falls world kind of works. So yeah, I'm assuming maybe he kind of sprinkled that on top of the briefcase to kind of make the portal. I don't know if the eye is like mechanical or the eye is magical. Did he need it? Is the eye the Titan's eye? Is that one of the Titan's eyes? Did they sprinkle like a little bit of the Titan's blood on top of that and like make the eye and make the case organic, and that's how they were able to create the rift? There's a lot of really to think about that kind of stuff. But they're gonna be going to the library next. They're gonna be going for the next episode through the Looking Glass Ruins, I'm assuming is the next one, and they're gonna be going to the library. They're gonna kind of be looking up that kind of stuff. We're gonna see what happens, and hopefully it'll lead to some really interesting answers of exactly how the Owl House and the human world were able to get connected in the first place. And finally, that bombshell ending of the fact that there's another Luz in the human world. And I've heard time and time again about this thing called Creepy Luz, and I never really understood exactly what it was. Like, oh, Creepy Luz is writing the letters, Creepy Luz is, you know, keeping the mom occupied. I was like, what the heck is Creepy Luz? And apparently, I've read a couple of articles and all that kind of stuff, and there was apparently mentioned kind of offhanded in an interview with Dana and I think Luz's voice actress, where they were talking about, hey, you know, look out for Creepy Luz. So I guess this is what it's supposed to be, but I don't really know what Creepy Luz is. Is it like some kind of doppelganger made from Titan's blood? Is it like some kind of, you know, illusion, some kind of complex illusion? Because I play D&D and I know you can make illusions that have mass and can talk in certain voices. We even saw Gus do it once in Agony of a Witch. I heard some people write that it's like her body stayed in the human world, but her soul went to the Owl House world. I don't really freaking know what that thing is supposed to be. Is it like a changeling or like a creature? It's like, I don't know. Is that the bits of Grom that like kind of crawled away at the end of Enchanting Gromfright? There's so many things that could possibly be. I don't really know what Creepy Luz really is supposed to be, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna make a theory about this. I feel like we're gonna know what Creepy Luz is coming up very soon. So I'm gonna try and kind of make a theory, like what the heck is Creepy Luz? Because I want to know myself. Because she was just kind of offhandedly referenced, and now we actually see her in the flesh. We don't see her face, but we know she can talk. We know she can hold objects. So there's a lot of things she can be. Is she an illusion? Is she a doppelganger? Is she a changeling? Is she like some kind of, you know, Titan blood thing that they created? You know, is it pieces of Grom. I don't freaking know. Well, again, because we know Grom can talk too, because Grom was able to imitate Camilla body-wise and speaking-wise. So, you know, and she was able to imitate her voice. So I don't really know what this is supposed to be. Was it made by Bellows? Was it made by somebody else? Does it have something to do with Golden Guard? I don't freaking know. There's so much stuff to talk about, but I'm just kind of gonna leave it right now and think about it myself. I'll make a theory, probably gonna make a Bellows theory, and I'll make a Creepy Luz theory, and I'll talk about those kinds of things, and maybe finally I'll be able to put some pieces together. Maybe you guys can help me in the comments. It's like maybe there's something about Creepy Luz that I don't know. All I know is she was mentioned in an interview, and this is her first appearance. So maybe I'll make a theory about that. We'll talk about that later, and maybe we'll be able to piece something together. But either way, fantastic episode. Is it better than Echoes from the Past? Maybe a little bit. I feel like there was a little more like character interaction and family dynamic in this. It managed to combine the slice of life aspects of Owl House that I like with the more like drama and reveal aspects a little better. Echoes from the Past was very much lore centric, even though it did have some great interactions with like King and everything like that. It had some great atmosphere, very gloomy atmosphere. This was a lot more, you know, upbeat, a lot more silly, goofy, kind of more normal Owl House-esque. I don't know. I think Echoes from the Past might be a little bit better, but this one was still fantastic. This was really good. This is like solid 8 or 9 out of 10 episode. Really good. But either way, I'm going to try to get this up as soon as possible. Like I said, I am a little late because I had a wonderful 4th of July weekend with my fam, and it's ironic that now I'm reacting to an episode about a family. So how perfect is that? But either way, I'm going to try to get this up as soon as possible. I'm going to see if I can get back to regular theories. Amphibia and another video coming out this week. Once that's over, I can get back to regular theories with Owl House and Hell of a Boss, which I'm really excited about because those two shows are like, a lot of people are making theories about it. I want to get back into that. But for now, I got 2 leftover videos I'm going to do. I'm going to release this in a timely fashion, get all those out, and then we'll be back on a normal schedule once again. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys later, and we'll react to the next episode next week. So take care. Bye.